And I'm a co-preacher, but no be besides me bar, member may explain it. Messako Obio. Say, yes, you say, the poor you will always have among you. Now say, was Sakwan or Kan or San or Chira? I don't know the truth to say, you're poor. But this passage, when you read it, God is saying, I'm sending you to the land, and the Nisa. Onyeni bia ewo montem base ko base munuanu bi wo na se hia wo mo a then what I'm telling you say mummo wo mo bosia na mo babo wo say through sabbatical year no a monye de ben write it off and give them a new beginning. Why is God doing that? Because there ought not to be anyone who is poor amongst you. That is God's ideal for his children, and it should be the same ideal for all of us. There ought not to be a poor person amongst you. Therefore, that's why there will always be some poor amongst you. Those ones are going to take care of them. So for your credit union conference, and this will be our team. There ought not to be any poor amongst you. Therefore, put up some schemes so that we'll be with children one. So if the church is not doing anything about that, this is the Bible. This is the book that we are reading, and God's desire for his children is that there ought not to be any poor amongst you. If you plan that for the Old Testament church, what about the New Testament church? There ought not to be any poor among you. Therefore, loan to your brother without interest and give them a second chance. Verse 4. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11 to 12. I like this passage. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. The church in Thessalonica was a church that was behaving like African Christians. They always said, the Lord is coming. The Lord is coming. Now they didn't pour chocolate on. When you say I'm not catching on say, so be an you know one yajima, more no say and then he gave them this instruction. May catch them so be an you know home fan and send yajima, so that he can provide for the daily necessities of life, so that you will not be there dependent on others, so that you will win the respect of outsiders. Tisawasaba if you are Timono, Untimintian best school fees. Debia Untimin Mana Iraqua, Debia Timin Santa Quantapania, the Adena Coso Wamoa. Now, no, or no, or ma dance a pan, I said, or good Christian anymore. What if you, when you offer your own pastor, but they are paying their children's school fees. Omo make clear the way omo address is decent. Necessary omo yen dey ma born in biane ade. They are living their life. Wo wa sore ba no a e bi kwa wa ye elder na penny wa sore mo no. Ontimi ntia ne ma school fees. Say free SHS ya ma kan krofo anka omo ma bebre enye de be enko school anso omo kwa sore. Bebre kwa. So what are we really telling as people that we have a testimony? When the Bible is saying, so that you will not be dependent on anybody. One of the problems we have in Ghana is what? Dependency syndrome. Dependency syndrome. So we will come our people are not tired of saying medase. wo yɛ wadwene sɛ ɔbɛyere wo ho aboa afoforo no mu a sɛ benya bia nya busuafoɔ kora da bia every program we have we want to turn to aborɔfo to come and help us. How are we as a church taking that message and propagating it? Say Ghana beyond aid. Ghana no ɔte he Ghana no mienu nti sɛ yɛn ni a yɛte ha no ɛyɛ dependent on anybody that is Ghana. How can you talk about Ghana beyond aid when the people have a dependency syndrome that every little thing somebody wants somebody to bring it to them? Bedru da bɛn na yɛbɛgya abosia agye woka sɛ wɔn mfa aid kura mmerɛ wo a then what you are talking about is abɛkɔ akɔgye bosia and then your GDP debt ratio yɛn kɔ fa wɔn fa wɔn bɛn wɔn yɛ ti asɔre a wɔn yɛ akrakye fɔ kɔ yɛn nka saa nneɛma no wɔ asɔre but they are important. That our people must understand say loans are yagye as a country and the GDP no ahead there be ya boni mu and your mobile saa and our individual lives is just like that. And the Bible is saying, let me read it to you again. Paul says, make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. All of these are in the Bible to show you that poverty is not something that the Bible upholds. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. If anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for his immediate family, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Where did I read this from? From the Bible. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. So obiantimi mo akonma nhwe ne mane na yire ne akro ne ba. Bible say wa gugidie no animu ase. Na de onyi ne ekura na oye echen. So how can we sit there and think that the Bible is not concerned about poverty in Africa? And all that Jesus is concerned about is that people will declare that I believe that I'm saved and all that kind of thing. Yes, that is necessary. But yabra bon sono. Yemanu nia dance enchira mbra sama se uba Yesu Kristo mu a aba niema nyina aye de ben aye foforo including wo de ben usika sem. The Bible is talking about that. Now, let me take you through a few scriptures. I call them poverty as piety. Scriptures are ya interpret it as if you said a hiawa and now you're pious. Mark chapter 10, verse 17 going. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for the rich man to go to heaven. So, can't see come once and no be go to H-Rewa. So, Abubu Meboa. What's it mean? Was said. But that's not what Jesus is saying. You yourself know it. That the young man who came to Jesus came with a certain what? Mentality. And after Jesus' interaction with him, that guy was offended. That there's no way you can. He wanted Jesus to give him approval. Say, who was what Jimrano Sonia the other, heaven, when no. That kind of mentality, no. Yeah, the salvation is not because of what we are able to do. And if people come to me with this kind of attitude, as if they can earn their own salvation, such people can never go to heaven. That is the message he is giving. That if somebody believes that he is rich, that person can never please me. Moreover, Peter and then the for them, they were offended. What shall we get? And that is what is important. Then Jesus said, "May come amati ase obieni wa waje fie eni adai ɛne nneɛma aba abɛdi m'akyire na wonya 100 times more in this world and in the world to come, eternal life. Clear. Ɛdeɛ na Yesu nka bio. In this life, you will get 100 times reward, and you will also not miss heaven. So why do we always think that all that is important is heaven and there's nothing that we need to worry ourselves whilst here on this earth? We are not following Jesus, because Jesus said, "Wo a wobedi na kyerɛ wo di mu nokura mu no, na nokura nso wo to bo ase na wo di Bible no na nkyerɛ akyi na de ba obra wobenya sika." Me say, wo tie Bible na di Bible nkyerɛ akyi na wo hwɛ de Bible ka wobenya sika. Wobenya sika wa asase so. Now, I talk about PP. We want to be pious and prosperous. Abraham was pious and prosperous. We don't want to be Lazarus, who was pious and poor. Meboa. Pious, Lazarus was pious, but he was poor. The other part, as I want to nikrom no yedebe, oni bin kama na netapre nikrom mana. Is that the way we want to portray Christianity? That when you become a Christian, then you must be poor, and that is where your piety is expressed. What about Abraham, the father of the faithful? He was pious. But the man was rich. The man was rich. He was able to pay tithes. Abraham said, Genesis chapter 14, I think verse 30 or thereabout, or say, I will not give you opportunity for you to say that I made Abraham rich. I said, maybe you know one can. Me ma pa ma won kan kire me say, me na me ma Abraham yeska. Because papa me say, enema na ye ko wo no aye konya aye no. Ma ye nche na wo fa kakra na me se me fa kakra bribe money ade. No say where. Let's say let's out of this sense, because I will not give you the opportunity to go around and say, I made Abraham rich. Why should Ghanaian Christians not be able to declare that me de me hosoma kwankro me wo me but me nye bribe bia me ye innocent me ana me ye madwuma kokoro me fia mercy kokoro me ma kokoro me business am start here. It is God who has blessed me, and out of my hands Nyankopon Moses bompa yo se my nsa no adwuma enye de be enye yie me nsa no adwuma ni de matimi aye ni nyame na ehira so enye nkrofo sika ene ade na me sisi nkrofo. I will not give you the opportunity to say that I made Abraham rich. We definitely need to have that kind of testimony amongst us as African Christians, that we have become rich because we have followed the principle. And Jesus said the 100 times reward. Obia obedi mechi. I tell you, say, asasi so. Ubenya debe 100 times. Whatever you have missed in my name, and in the world to come, eternal life. Mark 10, verse. So Jesus answered and said, verse 29, assuredly, I say to you, there is no one who has left house, or brothers, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my sake and the gospel's, who shall not receive 100-fold now in this time, houses and brothers and sisters and mothers and children and lands, with persecutions, and in the age to come, eternal life. It's there in the Bible, the 100 times reward. Another passage, your time, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. Maybe I say, ne wo mu say yem fa hwe nsem firi mu nko nti enya de ebedie ene de ebefra moma no a enya de be eno somai. What is Paul talking about? He's talking about contentment. Contentment. That a Christian must be content. Contentment and ambition are not mutually exclusive. probability kasa na me no kan. They are not mutually say we are content ya. Na chese no ano no wonyire wo ho mpa bibia bio. Baby amedre no ano no. Contentment, it kills. Because I'll be preaching about that. Look at a Germany team of first a World Cup. They had no ambition. They are content with 4 years ago the fact that they won. And one more crowd furniture said, "Park is some ball or more bonocrat." They said, "No more near the bank." Emery. And to win it back one, and this ultimately to also a winning another one view. Contentment. The Bible says that the complacency of fools will kill them. That is, I think, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 32. The only scan. I think that I must leave a legacy. I must leave something. Say, as I'm one not such a message here, to my conscience. I must go on. I have ambition. But ambition is not wrong. One of the messages that I preach is that is it wrong for the Christian to be ambitious? No. But that doesn't mean I'm not content with my life. And to power casa effort contentment in one, we should not use it to talk to people. And you are talking to him, making him comfortable in his poverty. Are we doing a good service to ourselves, or we are helping our people to get worse? Nipa no de obey a social a Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the base of it, a physiological needs, and some of our people don't even have the physiological needs. They are only waiting for somebody to bring them something. Shouldn't we be telling them, and why you don't know how move from one level to another level, and yet we quote this passage, and then we say that. But Paul never said money is evil. The love of money, lack of contentment, and all kind. And yet, all over the place, maybe I'm a tear, maybe I'm a can. So there are no pebia, sir, you know, my friends, 1 year broadcast say what? Information, if one, we in Namhanu, we Nama, I could do a bar. And I said, we see few bases in Siakra. Emu baako pɛ na abɛda mu na baako no koraa no ɛfa bi kakra bi ti wo ha ho wɔ sika ho saa na sɛ yɛ panɔpa na kakra da wo de message wey na ɛba abɛgya yɛ ho no Solomon tiase o, this is a country we are poor nkurɔfoɔ yiri yɛ ho na yɛsi adan a wo ba bɛbɔ wɔn akutia ɛdeɛ ma ho yia na sɛ mesi adan sia na mema nkurɔfoɔ ɛhenhan a na me dia ba kuma ano ma ya bone. Have I done anything wrong? Why do we make the assumption that everybody who is rich has stolen the money? Because we live in a country where people believe that they can go and see somebody. No, is that what the Bible talks about? Why don't we portray that our members are hardworking, they are planning their life, and they are really being successful, and they don't need to go to prophecy, they are doing lotto numbers, all those things. The Bible teaches that when we work hard, seed time and harvest time will never cease. So Paul is not poor and worrying leads to bitterness and so on and so forth. Then let's go to Mark chapter 8, verse 27. Chapter 9, verse 1. What shall it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? We say, I can't say you discuss here. I know I ever say. Here, Jesus was challenging his disciples for commitment. For commitment. Would they be prepared to die for his cause and the cause of the gospel? So what to boss here? I want to challenge you that I kind the whole passage. But what to boss now can ya? Now yes, you challenging and call for and say, more prepared. I think that is the passage here. Odru Caesarea Philippi meboa. I will be some almost say and call for essay many wine. Okay, that is it. And Yeah, that is the passage. Peter, man, that good answer. And yes, you catch what say. Now Jesus now began to teach them that he was the suffering Messiah. He was going to die. Now Peter prayed and change. Now Peter said, I don't know. I'm not going to say, "Oh dear, one bit me achieve a cool." Because Peter could never come to terms with the fact that Jesus is speaking about the fact that he will be arrested and killed. And I used to catch it almost said, look, Christianity, no, I did or brim so a woman suffering so a can now be when you're prepared. So be suffer with me. No? You will not get sa kingdom one. Make one. So what would you gain if you want to preserve your life? What would I mention? If you want to avoid that kind of suffering because of the gospel. A devil and fasona ubenya. Minim say ya Safo mo bobo asena mo kofia to bo asena kan passage ni nyina urban and the context in which Jesus made that statement. That Peter is protesting that Jesus does not need to suffer. And Jesus is saying, suffering, and so a can't offer no. And he said, what would you imagine when you're prepared? So will be suffer, offer no more. And that's what he said. What shall it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? He wasn't talking about money. That money is evil. He wasn't talking about wealth creation, that if you create wealth, it's wrong. He wasn't talking about prosperity. He's talking about, are you really committed to me when it comes to what? Suffering. If you run away because you are making what? You are facing difficulties because of the faith, and you go and get other things, what would you gain?